Hey guys, Matt Crafted Derp here, welcome back to Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator. Last time, we had some cheese boards with Hugo, and found out about his wrestling collection, which is very fascinating, but we also ran into Brian and Matt, who beat us at trivia at the cheese board place. And you know what? I think Brian is getting a little bit too close to my main man Matt for my liking. So what I could do is go ahead and do the third date with Matt to try to draw him closer to me than he is to Brian. Because he and Brian have been in the same place at the same time on the past 2 dates I've been on, and I'm not okay with that. And I know it's been a long time since my second date with Matt, but he will not replace me. So instead of going ahead and doing my next date with him, I'm gonna do a date with Brian where I could make him hate me and just be super unpleasant to him, but that could make him want Matt more. So instead, I'm going to be extremely charming to Brian, so he starts to like me more than Matt, so he backs the hell off. And that is my plan. So, Brian, hey, I'm Brian. I spend most of my days hanging out with my awesome daughter and thinking of new ways to grill things. If you like fishing, then we'll get along. On a Friday night, you're most likely to see just how slowly I can cook a piece of brisket. If you had one thing to take with you on a desert island, it'd be your fishing pole, turn-ons, a keen understanding of steak cuts. What did you want to be when you grew up? Fireman? What's your favorite movie genre? Romantic comedies? Why? Just... What's your ideal date? Deck building? What do you never leave home without? My portable fishing pole. Okay. I spend a lot of time thinking about how my daughter is smarter than I am. I forgot how competitive he is. He did beat us at trivia after all. Well, you know what? We're gonna one-up him this time. Because while he and Matt's daughters may be around the same age, my daughter is older. So I can give him that competitiveness, even though it didn't work out so good last time. I can give him that competitiveness that he doesn't have with Matt. So you know what? Let's do it. I feel like I'm not going to enjoy this, but you know what? We're doing it. I'm fully invested. Let's do it. Man, I don't know how I feel about hanging out with Brian more, but it seems like Daisy and Amanda got along really well. Maybe I should just bite the bullet and hang out with Brian more for the sake of the kids. And for the sake of bragging about the kids, I crack my knuckles and start typing. Hey Brian, great grabbing burgers with you at the cookout yesterday. Yesterday? Whoa, we should get the kids together and hang out soon. How many dates have I been on? Good lord. Is this like the canon second date, or like first date with dad book? Like goodness, you know, it wasn't yesterday, that was just a typo, whatever. I wait a couple minutes until a ding comes from my computer and a message pops up on screen. It's Brian, let's see what he has to say. Hey, man, always love a good burg with a buddy. We should definitely hang out. What do you think about mini golf? We could bring the girls out and have ourselves a little friendly competition. Of course! Rock on, Brian. I love how he signs off in a separate text. It's one thing to sign off in a text in the first place because we know it's you. It's another thing to sign off just in a separate text. He signed his name. That's cute. Well, you know what? It was cuter when Joseph did it, so screw this guy. Friendly competition? This is perfect. I know Amanda and I will crush Brian in mini golf. I don't want to do a mini golf minigame, but I know I'm going to. I've been taking her to mini golf courses since she was a little kid, and I'm proud to say that she's almost better at it than I am. Almost. I type back. That sounds great, man. Name the time and place, and we'll be there. Hey, Amanda. Hey, would you be up for some mini golf with Brian and Daisy? I'm a little out of practice, and I know my backswing leaves something to be desired, but I think I could keep it in the negatives. Perfect. Come on, kiddo, let's do this. You ready for this? Oh, goodness. Arr, matey, I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Oh, I hope there are pirate puns. Why are you talking like that? Because this mini-golf course is pirate-themed? I just now realized that we are indeed standing on top of a giant pirate ship in the middle of a putt-putt course. Oh. Come on, pirate dad, won't you talk like a pirate with me? Arr. Ahoy. Scurvy? Avast ye! I don't see pirates only angles. There's no time for jokes. There really isn't. There is zero time for jokes. We have to crush Brian. But I want to play along, but also be competitive. You know what? The purpose of this date is to be competitive. There's no time for jokes. Amanda, I can't. I'm in the zone. In the zone for what? Come on, Dad. You told me that this was just going to be some friendly competition. Hell no. Friendly competition is dad code for actual competition. I need to prepare my body, mind, and soul to defeat Brian on the field of glorious battle. It's just mini-golf. But it's mini-golf with Brian. Just mini-golf, it's so much more than that. I kneel down and place a hand on Amanda's shoulder. I just want you to know that there is no pressure. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it too much. But we have to beat Brian at mini-golf. Whatever happened to just having fun? Oh, we will have fun when we beat them. I'm happy I chose that choice instead of playing along with the pirate shit. Amanda gives me a side-eye, but before I can side-eye her back, I spot Brian and Daisy. Ahoy there, mateys! Ahoy! Brian walks up with Daisy in tow. It looks like they've already rented us some golf clubs for our mini-golf excursion. Total power move. Why didn't I think of that? Alright, first mate. I hear there's buried treasure in these waters. You gonna help me plunder it? Oh. Amanda, I don't think this is a real pirate ship. I think it's just to play putt-putt on. Amanda gives Daisy a look. I mean, aye, Captain. Daisy winks at Amanda. Ah, look at those two. They're two peas in a pod. So, you excited to get some mini-golf in? Oh, you know it. You a gambling man? Ooh, stakes are raising. I know when to hold them. Depends what's on the table. Do I get you if I win? That's like, I want to romance him, which I don't. That's like the safe answer. I know when to hold him. And I get eggplants with him because he's competitive. Draw you closer to me. Draw you closer to me. You stay away from that. I know when to fold him. I know when to. He's singing the song. Shoot, that's pretty much all I know how to do. You gotta know when to hold him, know when to fold him. Who sings that? Kenny Loggins? You know what? Cut out me saying Kenny Loggins. That might not be accurate. How about the loser buys drinks tonight? Oh, damn, this is gonna be a long date. Alright, but how about we make it a bit more interesting? I'm listening. The loser has to mow the winner's lawn this weekend. Stakes are raising. Stakes are raising. Well, my yard's pretty big. Are you prepared to take that on? I think you should be a little more concerned with how you're going to maneuver around my hedges. It's highly technical work, not for the faint of heart. I don't think I'll need to worry about that. I'm very good at mini-golf, you know. Oh yeah? Hole in one? Every time. Or perhaps on the first hole of Kirby's Dream Course, but you know. You get the point. What I just said is not a true thing, but it already came out of my mouth, so I have to stand by it. I'm looking forward to seeing that happen. Brian and I eye each other up and down. May the best dad win. Ooh! Ooh, Brian and I shake hands and lock eyes. It's about to go down. This guy. We are actually golfing. Damn it! Oh, God. There's a bit of a delay. Damn it, the delay! What? Why didn't it go? What's with the power? No! That one had power! But it had the delay! Oh, God. This was a bad idea. Oh, come on! That one should have been a hit. Okay, these have to be impossible. this is... Are you kidding me? That's such a tight gap. What? You know, it's funny, there was a fast forward button, so I could have skipped all of that. What the what? Amanda pulls me aside while Brian and Daisy start walking to the next hole. That was garbage! Was it supposed to be that impossible? Was that the gimmick? Because, like... Hey, you having a good time? I'm having a great time. I'm having a fantastic time trying to destroy Brian underfoot. I just asked because your eye is twitching. No, it's not. I feel my left eye twitch. Amanda raises her eyebrow. We're out here to have fun, remember? It's just a game. It's not. You're right, it is just a game. A game with extremely high stakes. And I'm losing. That we are currently losing. Dad. I feel like even if we got perfect, we still would be losing. Even getting one of those is an accomplishment, because Christ. Please, Amanda, please nail this next hole for me. I need your help now more than ever. If it's really that important to you, sure. Amanda walks over and tees up for a particularly hard windmill hole. Gripping her club, she winds up and launches the ball into the parking lot. She looks me right in the eye and does an exaggerated shrug. Amanda! Amanda! I put my faith in you! Oops. I disagree with her actions, but I appreciate her act of youthful defiance. She walks over and pats me on the back. No! That was for your own good. It wasn't. You've doomed me. Love you, kiddo. I don't. I no longer love you. There's more. Oh? Oh? That's not possible! Oh, neat. So since I got one, can it, count for something? Oh, come on! Oh, no. This is impossible! What? Oh, I waited too long. You can't wait too long. That's why I did it with no power that one time. Shoot, now it's even more impossible. Oh my god, it's pachinko. Oh. Oh, it's an achievement to get all 18. I got 2 of them. I know I got 1 of them. Whatever. I try to maintain an air of professionalism because there are children present, but I can feel the crushing weight of the 4 dads before me, casting a disappointed look upon my broken frame. I have failed you, fathers, and for that I am sorry. At least I got the eggplants? Even though I don't want them? Man, that was some good shooting there, Darnin. Don't! Do not be a good sport right now. I fought valiantly and my only regret was being bested. I have lost at putt-putt. Mini-golf is beneath me. I don't want your respect. I want your shadows. This is a child's game and I will no longer take part in it. If you'd like to try me on the real field of battle, there's an initial D cabinet in the arcade. They called me Heavenly Drift King Brian back when I was in the pro circuit. Amanda rolls her eyes. Daisy, did you have a good time? Yo ho ho, I did! We haven't even found the buried treasure yet. I think we would need to apply for a permit to dig around here. I can take Daisy home so we can get the city paperwork started for digging. You two go enjoy your night, where I'm buying rounds for this jackass. Sounds like a plan. Darnin, you cool with that? Sure, just don't get yourselves into too much trouble. Can do, I'll make sure we get into a perfectly reasonable amount of trouble. Amanda and Daisy skip away, yelling about buried treasure. Bless that kid's tiny, rebellious heart. Well, guess we should hit the bar now. Jim and Kim's. There's actually a tiki bar attached to this place. How about that? You know, I'm down with that, because I don't want the disrespect of Neil knowing I'm buying drinks for this clown. That sounds like a plan. Fuck this guy. Guess I'm spending more time with Brian, which I'm not jazzed about considering I just completely blew it on the putt-putt course. Okay, Dad, you can do this. You just gotta drown my sorrows in some tropical loser drink and get out of here. Brian and I walk into the Freaky Tiki, a kitschy, island-themed bar. Palm trees adorn the walls and several fake parrots are strewn about. Ukulele music plays softly in the background. Brian and I approach the bamboo bar. I feel like Joseph would like this place a whole lot. 2 pineapples of hospitality, please. The bartender whips us up 2 rum drinks inside of the hollowed-out pineapples. He sets them on fire and we have to blow them out before we can drink them. Usually I just like to, I don't know, drink my drinks. If you don't want yours, I'll take it. And best me again, I think not. I take a sip of my pineapple of hospitality. Sorrow tastes fruity. My lawn care needs are very particular. I hope you're up for the challenge. Oh, don't worry. I'll bring my own salt to promote healthy growth in a sustainable environment. Oh, come on now, Darnin. I'm just having a little fun with you. I grumble and sip more of my fruity sorrow drink. Fine, you got me on this one. While I sip more of my drink, I wonder if he still wins. I wonder, like, what the point limit is for me to actually win that. For me to actually win the golf game. Like, would I actually need to get a perfect score to beat him? Or not? I don't know, man. While I sip more of my drink, I notice the TV in the corner. Hey, Extreme Makeover Deck Edition is on. I love this show. Always made me want to own a deck. Ugh, I hate this show. Why? It's so clearly fake. Well, yeah, it's reality TV. Who cares? I care. I'm a general contractor. I work with decks all the time. There's no way they're renovating those decks in a matter of 2 days. It's impossible. That's a 3-week job, minimum. So you want them to cover those 3 weeks extensively in every episode? It can't be that interesting to watch a bunch of dudes slave over a deck for that long. Nobody would watch it. I don't like any of those home improvement shows, especially not actual home improvement. Can I just say, quick side note, I hate home improvement. It's like such a lame sitcom. Like, its jokes are bad even for like old sitcom bad joke standard. I want to watch stuff that's real, like Long Haul Paranormal, Ice Road Ghost Truckers. I have terrible news for you, Darnin. No, not them too. That's the awful truth. Not the ghosts, though. Those are real. Trucks just don't have emergency escape buttons. I've been lied to for so long. We both chuckle and sip on our pineapples. So wait, you're a general contractor? Sure am. I actually helped plan the cul-de-sac we live in. And I live in a house you planned. Disgusting. Wow, nice work. Yeah, kinda took after the footsteps of my old man. He was a general contractor too? The best. He practically built half this town with his bare hands. It's weird how you spend your whole life trying not to become your father, then you wake up one day and there you are. But I get to work with my hands and it pays more than enough to take care of my daughter, so it's an absolute dream job, for me at least. Well that's impressive. Building stuff has always been my weak point as a dad, and I've been okay with that. Until now. Now I must defeat him. I do have that patio furniture that I haven't put together still sitting in the garage. Okay, maybe I should cool it with the dad competition. Gotta keep it light. Tell me one of your classic jokes. Ask about his daughter. Stare him down, unblinking. I'm going for the shadows. I look Brian directly in the eyes, my brows furrowed. If he by some miracle of nature has telepathic abilities, I hope he can hear my thoughts loud and clear. You shall not best me, Brian. I will reign supreme. Brian meets my gaze with equal intensity and moves slightly closer to me. Wow, he smells really good. Like a burning campfire and cinnamon. I suddenly really hope he doesn't actually have telepathic abilities. See, we can keep things friendly here. This is perfectly pleasant. I could do this all night. Because I feel an innate need to impress Brian and prove I'm better than him, obviously. That's the only reason. I think. Let's keep it moving. Ask about his dog, complain about kids these days, compliment his beard. Now, I don't want to give him a compliment. He likes his kids. And, we haven't talked about his dog. His dog with a neckerchief. Maxwell was his name. More eggplants. Wow. 2 eggplants, 2 shadows. I'm 2 for 2. So you have a dog. That's not what 2 for 2 means. I don't know. So you have a dog. Sure do. I can't quite remember what he looks like. I can remember exactly what he looks like. Ooh, oh, he's a little corgi. Always has a handkerchief around his neck. Yeah, I'm not getting it. I think I might need a visual reminder to jog my memory. If you happen to have any pictures of said dog, maybe on your phone. Brian laughs. Darnin, if you wanted to see pictures of Maxwell, you could have just asked. Show me the goods, then. Brian pulls out his phone and flips through an entire album of dog pictures. Bruh. At least they're not cat pictures, I'll give you that. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. What a good boy. I look around the room and take in all the kitschy decor, looking for something else to comment on. There's a gigantic fish hanging above Brian and I gesture to it. It's this one. Cool fish. It's definitely fake. Yeah, I thought so. What? Really? Everything in here is fake. That palm tree over there is just a ficus with plastic coconuts glued to it. I look over. He's right. But I almost caught something like that fish once. Mine was bigger, though. Of course it was. Of course. Oh, what? I said it. Once again, I have to reiterate, I am Darnin. Oh, really? Yep, I went on a trip to Hawaii maybe a decade ago. We were out on the sea for 3 days, catching fish, drinking beer, you know, guy stuff. We had a hot plate on the boat so we could sear the fish right after we caught it. Throw a little bit of salt and lemon on there. Oh man, that's some of the best food I've ever had. That actually sounds amazing. Yeah, well, it was the last day. Everyone had gone to bed already, but I was out there watching the stars. Had my little line out, too. Then all of a sudden it just starts running. So I jump on the reel before it gets ripped out of the rods rack and start fighting with the damn thing. I'm out there for maybe an hour. Can't call out to my shipmates. It's just a man against nature. Finally, I'm starting to tucker the guy out. I get him up to the surface and finally get a sight of it. The biggest marlin I've ever seen. Hemingway-esque. Talk to Hugo about that. Though, don't try to make any advances on him like you are with Matt. I will kill you double time. I will lose to you at putt-putt again if I have to. I get it onto the boat, single-handedly. Of course single-handedly. And you know what happens next? I don't know, something that will let you brag about yourself more? What happens next? The damn thing smacks me in the face with its tail. Good. Knocks me out. Good. I wake up the next morning on the deck. The fish gone. Good. Never felt dumber. Good. So it got away? I think there's another version of me that would have spent the rest of my life trying to catch that fish Captain Ahab style. Yeah. I wished, because that means I wouldn't know you. And you wouldn't know Matt. That too. I'm sure Daisy would be supportive. Aw man, fishing's the life. Haven't gone enough lately. You go fishing? Actually, I have a confession to make. Wait, what am I doing? Why am I having this inexplicable urge to be vulnerable with him? I can't tell him that I'm terrible at fishing. Do not tell him you're terrible at fishing! I lean in close. I'm amazing at fishing. I'm the best at fishing. No one can outfish me. Good. I don't even have the option to say I'm bad. No one can outfish me. I'm the best at fishing, or I'm amazing at fishing. Okay, I'm amazing at fishing is complimenting myself a lot. I'm the best at fishing is complimenting myself a little bit. And plus anyone says that. No one can outfish me. is competitive. I'm simply the best out there. Okay, since you're such a pro, I'm taking you fishing. Do you want to go fishing? I want to go fishing. Wait, don't answer that. Yes, you do. We're going fishing right now? Right now? Oh no. Oh, I don't know. Come on, it'll be a blast. I know the perfect little fishing spot. I'll bring some beers, we can just sit back, relax, and reel in some trout. We'll bring the kids with us. Come on, you know you want to. I sigh. I've been cornered. Yeah, okay. Brian gives me an exuberant high five. Yes, maybe we'll see who can catch the most fish, so I can get you mowing my lawn. You can try to beat me, but they don't call me Darnin good at catching fish Linson for nothing. I'm spinning a web of lies that I fear will one day consume me. Sounds like it'll be a scrap. Brian and I finish our drinks and head outside. Till next time? This is a great opportunity for friendship. I'm real excited. Kiss my bass, Brian. It's a bit too direct, but they're all puns. Gladly. Brian extends his hand and gives me a friendly but firm handshake. I see that competitive fire in his eyes. This is gonna become a whole thing, isn't it? Once Brian takes over babysitting duties, Amanda walks home with me. She immediately plops down on the couch and flips on the TV. I'm gonna turn off the competitive voice for a minute just 'cause he's not around. I hate that guy. I can't stand that guy. So, how was your hang with Brian? It was okay. Oh yeah, he seems like a neat dude. He is not. He is not. I think so? That's supposed to say you think so. I don't know, the guy loves a good competition. Or then again, apparently so do I. What did you and Daisy end up doing? Oh, we hunted for treasure for a bit, but Daisy was really adamant about not digging without a permit, so we just watched some documentary about theoretical physics. I put her to bed and then sat around eating Brian's food. As I said, as Hugo said, if she gets into the babysitting business, she'll make a killing. Don't tell him I said that. I won't. That's standard babysitting protocol, I believe. I really like hanging out with Daisy. She's super mature for her age. Yeah, Brian says she has a hard time relating to other kids. She kinda reminds me of you at her age. Although she doesn't bite people as much as you did. I can't believe I'm finally the cool older kid. Feels good. You gonna hang out with Brian again? That's the thing. He wants to go fishing with me. Oh. I told him I was an amazing fisherman. You hate fishing. I know. I'm kind of panicking. I'm sure it'll be fine. All you have to do is wake up at the crack of dawn and sit silently in a boat on a lake for hours on end, with no promise of a tangible reward, your only companion being the fear and doubt you harbor deep within your heart. Fishing's fun, you'll remind yourself, as the world darkens around you and you wonder if it's really you staring back at yourself in the lake's reflection, or simply just the abyss. Yeah, laugh it up, Amanda. You're coming with us. It is my constitutional right to outright refuse this order. Daisy's coming too. Well, I bet I could convince Brian to bring his dog. Fine, sold, I'm in. Alright, I'm bushed. Gonna call it a night. Don't stay up too late, okay? You got it, Pops. I wanna see the shit rank I got on that.
That was alright, but you can't top me.
Fuck you.
Welcome. You've got dads.
You know what? We're a good long ways into this episode, but it's not as long as some other ones. I could end it here. I could end it. I'm not going to. I'm going on my second date with Brian. I'm going fishing. Because fuck this guy. You know? You know? I'm not tired. Are you tired? You better not be tired. Sure, let's say that date wasn't as short as Brian's first and Robert's first and second dates. But fuck this guy. Hey, Daisy and I are going fishing tomorrow. Are you in or out? He messaged me. He messaged me. That means the ball is in my court. Oh, I have a message from Brian. Oh no, I've been dreading this day. I accidentally boasted about my abilities as a fisherman to Brian, and now he's challenging me to another dad-off. I've been doing my fishing research online, but I'm nowhere close to being an expert. Still though, I have to accept. I type back to Brian. Sounds great, man. Super excited to catch all of those fish. Make sure your mower is in good working order, because you're gonna be all over my lawn this weekend. That'll show him. Brian responds back, letting me know that tomorrow he'll pick us up at an hour I had previously forgotten existed. Man, this is gonna be a rough start. Amanda comes in the room from the kitchen eating a cheese stick by biting it off piece by piece like some kind of monster. I've done that. I didn't raise you like that. What? It's called string cheese, not chompy cheese for a reason, Amanda. Did you really just call me in here to criticize my controversial string cheese eating technique or what? No. Amanda, we have to go fishing tomorrow. Well, you have to go fishing. I get to play with Brian's dog. I just noticed her nails are yellow. That's kind of cute. How do I become a master of fishing overnight? You went fishing in the Girl Scouts, didn't you? Nope. My stint in the Scouts was brief and purely transactional, though I could get free cookies, but I didn't know what I had to, like, be outside and tie knots and stuff. I shouldn't be doing the second date, but I have to beat Brian. Dad, let me tell you a story. Do you remember last summer how I applied for a job at that coffee shop across town? Was it the Coffee Spoon? Give me a refresher. During the interview, they asked me if I knew how to work an espresso machine, and I really wanted the job, so I lied and said yes. On that first morning, there was a line out the door, and within half an hour, I severely burned my hand, and they told me to go home and never come back. I still have a scar from that. Of course I remember. What does that have to do with fishing? Darnin is so oblivious. My eyes are corrupted with competition. The burn is a metaphor, Dad. I don't get it. You can lead a horse to water. What do horses have to do with fish and burns? Dad, please, I don't get your obsession with competing against Brian. You wouldn't understand. It's a dad thing. Please try explaining it to me. Okay, Brian's he just thinks that he's so much better than me, and he purposefully reminds me of that whenever he can. It's like he has to one-up me. I have to beat him at his own game. Is that what you think is happening here? No, Amanda. Okay, I know that's what's happening. Alright, Pops. We should both be getting some sleep. See you in the morning? It is morning. Okay, night, Panda. I brush my teeth and throw on some pajamas. I climb into bed, set my alarm, and close my eyes. Okay, sleep. I am wide awake. I can't help but think about the last time I went fishing, hoping that there's something I can glean from it to give me an edge over Brian. I was about 9 years old. My dad woke me up one morning and told me to get dressed and meet him downstairs. It was still dark out. I had no idea what was going on, but before I knew it, we were both alone on a freezing cold lake. I had to sit there for hours while it got hot and muggy, the air thick with bugs. I picked up mosquito bites while my dad sat in stony silence, fishing pole in one hand and a beer in the other. We didn't catch anything. On the long drive home, my father bought me a pack of cigarettes and didn't say a thing. I have a shit father. That didn't help, and I think I have some repressed sadness about my father. I'll deal with that later. I wonder if that ever comes up. Goodness. Oh, this is a beautiful background, I gotta say. I'm sitting on a boat in the middle of a body of water. I can't see any land, but I know it's a lake. The water is placid and still. I'm holding a fishing pole. Am I dreaming? Is this Dream Lake? I don't understand why, but it feels like my life depends on catching fish right now. I cast my lure into the water and wait. And wait. And wait. My whole being is filled with hopelessness as I watch the line disappear into the depths below. You used the wrong lure. I look up and see my father, just as he looked that one cold morning, disapproving. I'm panicking now. I pull the lure up and try to grab a different one, but all of the lures in my tackle box are the exact same. I look up to my father for guidance, but he's gone. This is getting super depressing. And a bit scary, actually. Is this going to turn into a horror game? I try casting again, but I can't hold my footing. My boat tips over and I fall into the water. Sinking further and further, I see the multitudes of fish that had been lying just below the surface, all swimming around me as if to taunt me. One fish swims up to me. He has Brian's eyes. You gotta use a neutral buoyancy lure if you're trying to catch trout, buddy. Oh! That sound actually scared me, and it's also the sound of my alarm, so... Wow. I jolt awake to the sound of my alarm. It's fishing day. That would explain the weird dream. I groggily slip on clothes and get ready. I spot Amanda's door half open and see her still curled up in a mountain of blankets. Walking over to her bed, I give her a tiny kiss on the forehead. Fishing day, kiddo. You ready? No. Well, you gotta get up. I can't do this without you. Also, stop sleeping in your clothes. Amanda pulls her comforter over her head. Never. Amanda, I'll get up in a minute. Alright, Brian should be here in 20, so you better not just go back to sleep. Amanda sticks her hand through the blanket to wave me away. I leave her room and make myself some coffee in another cup with lots of cream and sugar for Amanda whenever she gets up. Amanda eventually wanders in and chugs her coffee while I do word jumbles. I hear the doorbell ring. That must be Brian. Here we go. Still rubbing our eyes, we walk outside to see Brian. He's decked out in fishing gear. Daisy's falling asleep next to him. Early bird gets the worm, buddy. You ready to fish? I was born ready. That's my line, bud. My eyes narrow in on Brian. It's a good day to die. Hop on in, guys. Let's get this fishing party started. I walk over to the driver's side door and open it. Woof woof. Brian's dog immediately hops into the driver's seat, wagging his tail furiously. Can I see your license, sir? Maxwell, let Darnin sit. Maxwell obediently hops into the back to cuddle with Daisy. Amanda settles in next to Maxwell and Daisy immediately falls asleep. You ready for an adventure? I'm ready for glory. Here we go, bud. Ooh, we're in the car again. Ooh, I struggle to stay awake as we drive to the outskirts of town. Country music plays quietly from the radio as I watch trees pass by. I would not be listening to country music right now. I would be listening to some sick Jeremy punk. Or C-punk. I'm pretty into C-punk, apparently. So where exactly are we headed? It's about an hour north of here. Little spot I've been going to since I was a kid. My dad used to take me there all the time. I don't think anybody else knows about it. I brought everything we need so that we can catch some trout, have a nice little fire, and enjoy the nature. My fishing pole is in the shop, getting it tuned up. Do you maybe have an extra I could borrow? But of course, it's probably not as nice as it sounds like yours is, though. Right. I'm digging a hole here. I really am. I stare out at the forest lining the highway. The sun is just barely over the horizon, scattering dusky pink light through the trees. For a split second I spot a deer grazing on the side of the road before it leaps back into the brush. After a nice, quiet drive, Brian eventually tells me to pull off the highway and onto a dirt road. The car bumps along until we reach a clearing that opens up to a magnificent lake. Well, here we are. I step out of the car and help Brian unload our gear as Maxwell runs around us, barking. The kids wake up and wander to the shore, where Daisy tries to teach Amanda how to skip rocks. Brian and I carry the tackle boxes and cooler down to the edge of the lake, where he has a canoe waiting. Ah, great, it's still in one piece. Hold on, help me out with Maxwell. I help Brian place a tiny dog-sized life vest onto Maxwell. Woof, woof. Alright, your turn. Brian hands me a lime green life vest. Maybe if I fall in, you'll save me. That's the sexual answer. I can swim, thanks. No thanks. No thanks is polite. I can swim, thanks. I know how to swim, Brian. Suit yourself. No, I'm gonna not suit myself, thank you. Brian turns to Amanda and Daisy, who are still skipping rocks. Once again, in case it isn't obvious, I am trying to get the shadows with him, and be just, like, as passive-aggressive as possible. Because fuck this guy. You kids want to fish? I'm good with just throwing rocks into the water. Amanda hurls a rock into the pond with gusto. Yeah, take that, water. Amanda, you're supposed to be skipping them. Is that what we're doing? Daisy, don't you want to fish? I think catching fish is kind of inhumane. You know what, Daisy? I think I have to agree with you there. We're gonna go explore the woods and look at bugs and stuff. Alright, be safe. Don't go too far. Brian puts the life vest around himself and we all throw our equipment into the canoe. Maxwell happily jumps in and takes his place looking out over the front of the boat. I get into the canoe as Brian shoves off. Yeah, shove off, Brian. It's not. That sounded more sexual than I wanted it to. We paddle together to get ourselves in the middle of the lake. Most freshwater fish usually feed at dusk and dawn, which is why I had to get you up so early. Yeah, I know, that's pretty common fisherman knowledge after all. Fisherman knowledge that I am knowledgeable about. Still gambling, man? You know it. Let's see who can catch more fish. You can catch more than one? Ooh, in mind burns. Sounds easy enough to me. What's on the line? Besides all the fish I'm gonna catch, obviously. I knew a pun was coming. I was thinking something a little more high stakes than mowing the lawn. Custody of our children? Whoa! Darnin, no. More than that. Let's say if I win, I get your weed whacker. He means the tool. Oh, I mean, yes, he means the tool, but he means like the mechanical tool, right? The Whackmaster 2000? That's a limited edition. But, if you win, you get my pole saw, the Reaching Cut 3000. The cordless version? That's the one. Shit, the Reaching Cut 3000 is state of the art. My weed whacker is a prized possession. But, there are those hard to reach branches at the back of the yard that have been begging for a pruning. You're on. We shake on it. Another minigame. I have a little bit of faith in this one. I suddenly remember that I don't know how to fish. My foolish fatherly pride will one day be my undoing. I watch as Brian ties a lure and does some stuff I can't quite follow with his fishing pole. He casts into the lake. Oh boy, now I have to do that. I stare down at the tackle box and the pole in my hand. Stretch before physical activity. I need to get going. Put some bait on that hook. I have to, because I need to win. Also, eggplants. 3 for 3. I fish a worm from the styrofoam container. Or actually, no. I think I'm 3 for 4. Because I got the shadows at the end of that last one, too. When I said kiss my ass. Or kiss my bass. I fish a worm from the styrofoam container Brian bought. It's slippery, but I think I can get it onto the hook if I just focus. Oh god, I'm bleeding. Oh god, the blood's everywhere. The worm is not on the hook. Need some help? No, I meant to do that. The blood attracts the fish. They can smell it up to a mile away, you know. That is true. So can sharks. I think that's sharks. No, it's definitely fish. Now what? Perform a fish mating call. Tie a knot or something. Meditate. I gotta tie a knot or something, and now I'm 4 for 4 with eggplants and shadows. I take my pole and try to tie an elaborate looking knot to impress Brian. The classic hunter's bend. I learned that one in my youth. Yup, this one isn't coming apart anytime soon. With this knot I will cast my heavenly line upon the unsuspecting water and deliver unto us a bountiful harvest. I feel like there won't be a minigame with this one. I look over to Brian. He doesn't seem to be paying attention. Let's cast this sucker. I pull my rod back and launch the lure as hard as I can. And the lure flies off the line and sails far, far away, landing in the lake with a loud sploosh. Sorry I judged the wind speed wrong. This cold air drives the pressure down. Ha, go ahead and take my pole. I know it's hard switching to a new pole you're not used to. I'll fix up another lure. Brian hands me his pole with a smile and I just sit there, feeling like an idiot. Fishing around here is easy. They group up. All you gotta do is line up 3 of the same species and reel them in. They're so similar looking, though. I need to match 3 of the same species? I can't tell them apart.
Match that fish.
Oh god.
Nice match. Now you're fishing. Match of the day.
Oh god. No. Oh no, that's the northern pike, a sportfish that isn't great for eating due to its tough, scaly hide. Some fishermen hunt them with bow and arrows since their sharp teeth can easily cut through whatever.
Catch of the day. Catch of the day.
Oh god, there's gotta be things. There's gotta be more things.
Catch of the day.
Nope, that's wrong. Okay, careful, that's slippery and hard to tell apart. Okay, I gotta find another one to look for while the timer's... No, the timer's still going. Oh god, this is bad.
Nice catch.
Oh, that went a little bit better. Oh, no. Oh, that was good. Okay, that's bad. Nope, okay, got you. Nope, okay. Crap. Failing. Got it. Saw one. Okay, gotta do a thing, gotta do this. Gotta do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight.
Now you're fishing.
Oh god, oh no, oh this is bad. I can't see a thing anymore. Oh no, this is real. Ooh, found one. Okay.
Fishing.
That's real good. That's real good, Darnin. You're doing a great job. You're doing you've done it. Darnin, you found the mother lode. Oh goodness, this is fantastic.
Nice match.
I'm doing it. I'm catching back up. I'm catching up.
Nice catch.
I'm doing things. I'm finally doing things. That was bad. That was wrong. But you know what? I have this now.
Nice catch.
Oh, I don't know if it's counting how many I get wrong, but like that's not what I need. That's not what I need right now. Oh no. It's oh crap. Yes.
Catch of the day.
That's match of the day. Oh, got these two.
Now you're fishing.
Got these two. And then these two.
Nice match.
Yes. Okay. We are making progress. We're making progress here. I hate how they look so similar. Good work. Catch of the day 750 out of 2,000. Are you kidding me? It wanted me to get 2,000, so I lost to him anyway? Did I lose points for getting them wrong? Did I lose all my points for getting them wrong? Because I had to have gotten more than 750. Did it reset my points every time I got them? I'm going to be upset if I lost that. I tried very hard. Always carry a pocket knife. That's... No, Robert. That's not. Wow, this is way tougher than I thought. I look over to Brian, who's smiling and obviously enjoying his time out here on the lake. I will crush him. Suddenly, the fishing pole jumps in my hand. I reflexively tug upwards. I think I got something big. The tip of the pole dips down repeatedly and the line starts to run.
Hey.
Reel it in. I finally get the fish right up next to the boat. It's a long, beautiful rainbow trout. Brian hands me a net. It's all yours. I lean down and notice that my hands are shaking with excitement. This fish is all bigger than all the ones Brian's caught. The pole is mine. I messed up. I know that dash. The entire canoe tips over with me. I find myself sinking into the lake. I should have taken the life vest. Brian's gonna fucking save my life, and I'm not okay with that. All of a sudden, I'm embraced under the water and pulled into Brian's arms. I'm finally dragged upward, sputtering water. Oh, no, wait, no, there wasn't even an option for me to... Was there an option for me to take the life vest? The first one? I don't remember. I'm finally dragged upwards, sputtering water. All of our gear floats on the surface. Maxwell doggy paddles around us in circles, having a great time. You alright? Does that count as one? Well, seeing as all our fish are now swimming safely back in the lake, I guess so. Brian laughs. Let's get you to shore. Brian and I flip the canoe back over and fill it with our now soaking wet gear. We row back to shore with Maxwell in tow. Once we get to the... No! He darts off into the woods. Probably to get Amanda and Daisy. Oh, okay, he's back. Brian takes off his shirt. Dots of lake water glisten in the sun across his strong back. I hate this guy. Man, all that general contracting must have built that guy like an ox. I hope he doesn't notice me staring. I'm gonna get a fire going so we can dry off. Wanna hand me yours? Yes, okay. I reluctantly take off my own shirt and toss it to Brian. I suddenly wish I had done more sit-ups in my life, or any sit-ups at all, really. Another thing you bested me in, stupid sexy Brian. You might as well fry that shirt up. Seems like it's the only lunch we'll have. The day's young, we can fish from the shore. Once Brian gets the fire going, I sit and try to dry off my pants. Brian sets a couple lures out by the water's edge. We're probably gonna have to put the kibosh on the competition for now. Until another day, My stomach growls. You hungry? Oh, I'm fine. Brian reaches into his cargo shorts and pulls out a few granola bars. I have a small child. I am flushed with snacks. Brian joins me by the fire, and I accept the cargo short granola. And now we're back to waiting. Where did the girls get off to? Shouldn't they be back by now? I wouldn't worry about it too much. They're a couple of smart kids. That's what I'm worried about. They're too smart. They've probably established a small rural government by this point and installed themselves as leaders. I take a look around at the sun cresting the tree line, casting the entire lake in a warm golden glow. The forest seems to be coming alive now. Birds chirp in the distance. Wow, nature is beautiful. A mosquito bites me. I slap my neck and curse. Nature sucks. Here you go, bud. Brian hands me a bottle of bug spray. I begrudgingly take it and douse myself. Ugh, I've always hated how this stuff smells. Doesn't everyone? Really? I've always kind of liked it. Because you're a freak. Reminds me of being outside. You are outside, you don't need it. Maybe you and I have different sentiments on the outdoors, and on just about everything. Maxwell comes bounding up to me, a huge stick in his mouth. He drops it at my feet and looks at me expectantly. Throw the stick towards the woods, fake out throw. Break the stick in half to assert your dominance. That'll definitely get me shadows, and you know what? That's mean to the dog. I don't hate the dog, I just hate his owner. I'm not gonna fake out throw, although I've seen that done before on a dog. It is hilarious when you fake out throw a dog and the dog thinks you actually threw it, and they turn around in the direction you fake out threw in, and they're like, what? But you betrayed me. So I'm actually gonna play fetch. I don't want those eggplants coming from your chest. I want them coming from behind you. Thank you very much. God, you can't even give me eggplants right. I hurl the stick as hard as I can toward the tree line. Maxwell bolts after it, running as fast as his stubby little legs can carry him. I have gotten the most eggplants with Brian, but also the most shadows. This guy, which consequently is not very fast. It is very cute, though. Nice throw, Darnin. I turn away so he can't see me blush. Maxwell brings the stick back to me, clearly proud of himself. Good boy, Maxwell. You're a very good and speedy boy. You're the world champ of fetch. It's time for the pets. What's the plan? Butt pats never fail. Scratch behind his ear. Rub that belly. Butt pats, maybe not. Scratch behind his ear. That's his job. Rub that belly. Maxwell rolls over and lets me rub his belly. He wiggles on the grass, clearly loving it. Plus, Amanda did that earlier on day 1. She was totally giving him belly rubs. That was foreshadowing. I feel like a bit of a third wheel here. Where are my belly rubs? Ha. I'm so flustered I can barely say anything. I just focus on petting Maxwell and hope Brian doesn't notice how much I'm sweating. I will not pat that man's stupid hairy belly. While I'm playing with Maxwell, fish begin routinely pulling on Brian's lines. I watch Brian effortlessly fillet the fish, squeezing a bit of lemon on them and frying them up in a cast iron pan. Before we know it, we have a feast fit for a couple of shirtless dudes. Amanda and Daisy emerge from the woods, looking totally unscathed. Whoa, Dad bod patrol. I'm gonna have to issue you both a citation and demand you both put your shirts on. There are children present. Brian tosses me my now dry shirt. I pull it over my head, thankful that I will no longer be distracted by Brian and his pecs. Where have you guys been? Studying, entomology. What? We were playing with bugs. Yeah. I expected you guys to be more covered in, like, mud and stuff. Daisy looks offended. What do you take me for, a child? You are 10 years old. You are actually 10 years old. Amanda puts a hand on Daisy's shoulder. Right. We take a seat around the fire and Brian serves us all generous piles of fish on paper plates. It's absolutely delicious. Why does he have to be good at everything? I know, right? Oh God, fuck this guy. Fish taste okay? Daisy and Amanda both nod furiously, mouths full of fish. It's incredible. I've never had fish this good. It's the fishes. The fish are why it's good, not because of Brian. Brian did nothing. Yeah, it's great. Old Harding family recipe. Why are your pants wet? Well, Amanda, we were out on the lake and then... And then I accidentally tipped over that boat. Do not take the fall for me. I don't want to like you. Don't worry. All of the gear floated to the surface, so we didn't lose anything. Right, Darnin? You know, you would be the one to tip over the boat, you fat ass. Whoa. I am fat shaming now. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that, my fat viewers, but like, Christ. Fuck this guy. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I can't believe he just covered for me. Gosh, he even out-humbles me. He's trying to beat me at everything, including my world-famous sense of humility, which I have not expressed to him at all. We finish our fish and end up playing catch with Maxwell for a little while before we decide to head out. After cleaning up the camp, we pack up the station wagon and let Maxwell into the back seat. The poor pup falls asleep in a cuddle puddle with Amanda and Daisy. They've had a long day. Been an ordeal today, bud. Let me drive you guys home. I want to prove that I'm the most awake dad on the block, but yeah, I'm beat. Fine. I'm so reluctant. As we drive away, I take one last look at this music, though, at the lake disappearing behind us and smile. I rest my head against the window, and the low rumble of the dirt road beneath us lulls me into a peaceful sleep. Is this TalkBox? Is this song using TalkBox right now? Because I can go get Frampton Comes Alive. I can go get it. That sounds like TalkBox. It could just be like a very similar effect, but I don't know, man. If it is, that is so cool. I love that. As we drive away, I take one last look at the lake disappearing behind us and smile. I rest my head against the window, and the low rumble of the dirt road beneath us lulls me into a peaceful sleep. Hey, sleepyhead. I opened my eyes and realized that I had dozed off in the car. I self-consciously wipe a bit of drool off my chin. Oh, hey, I was resting my eyes. Just in case we suddenly have to jump into any sort of conflict. I'm super awake for it. And ready to fight. With my strong arms. My strong superior dad arms. It's all good. You earned some rest, buddy. Thanks for coming out with us today. I had a lot of fun with you. Thanks for inviting us. I also had fun, actually. Glad to hear it. Take it easy, yeah? You too. Take it the easiest. Brian chuckles to himself as he unloads the car. Amanda and I get inside and immediately collapse onto the couch. Long day. Yep. I was so close to that pole saw. Pole saw? Yeah, Brian and I were competing to see who could catch the most fish, and... Ugh! Stop! Why do you care so much? Manda Panda, just look at the guy. He's so obviously got my number and he's rubbing my face in it. Dad, I love you. But you're kinda dumb sometimes. Dumb? Or clearly the superior dad, with superior dad arms. You know what? I don't have any of the energy required to properly unpack your weird fixation with asserting your masculinity. I'm going to bed. Night. Amanda slides off the couch and face down onto the floor. I was wondering why she went down. I am a tired slug. Amanda, that floor is disgusting. I don't care. Well, night, honey. Night, Pops. Another B rank on my date. Another B rank. Another B rank.
That's a 10 out of 10 if ever I've seen one.
You damn right it was. Let me rub it in your goddamn face.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Alright. That TalkBox, though, in that music, possibly TalkBox, I don't know. I'll ask the developers about it. They'll probably not respond. I doubt there's even an OST out for this game yet, but like, you know, I want to do that third date with Matt badly. I still haven't done a date with Damien, and I a little bit wanted to do a second date with Joseph before my final date with Matt, because I don't know if that's going to like end the game or something. Thinking about it now, it probably wouldn't. Because they wouldn't do that and make you restart with all the other dads. Though there is a fast forward button. That could be why they implemented that, or just for multiple playthroughs convenience. But you know what? Next time on Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator. Second date with Matt. Bye-bye. Or third date. God. Final date. Third and final date with Matt. We finally gotten Brian to our side. Brian wants to be competitive with us. He's going to back off Matt, and we are going to take advantage of it next time. Bye-bye.